Well, Democrats in New York State just laid out a very different blueprint for maintaining political power for the next decade.
Yeah, well, in doing so, they are also trying to help their party avoid a red wave in coming midterm elections. PIX friends Henry Rossoff is live in Park Slope. And Henry, the part of Brooklyn you're in is at the center of these Democratic plans.
Yeah, Democrats really in the driver's seat after the Independent Redistricting Commission could not reach a consensus. Case in point, the Democrats plan on doing is sticking this Park Slope neighborhood, very liberal traditionally, with Staten Island, making it extremely difficult for the city's only GOP representative to actually get reelected. It's one of several moves the Democrats intend to make that could cement their grasp on power in New York State.
Democrats are clearly playing political games.
Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis and other Republicans are crying foul as Democrats are coming after them. Her Staten Island-based district would be stretched well north, a 45-minute drive in traffic into Brooklyn's liberal base, giving any Democrat who challenges her this year a much better chance.
They are attempting to tilt the scale, change the rules to give their candidate an advantage and silence the voices of the people that currently live in this district.
And on Long Island, Democrats would elongate a GOP-controlled seat into more Democratic-friendly communities. All told, the plan would likely give New York Democrats 22 seats in Congress compared to just 4 for Republicans. Democrats have been under pressure to make these moves, with Republicans doing similar in other states they control. No Surrender New York is a political action committee pushing for a plan like this.
We had 4 members of Congress who are Republicans who voted to overturn the presidential election. That should not represent the values of the people of New York.
But the GOP is promising legal action, calling this blatant gerrymandering, a shady, quasi-legal process where election lines are drawn for political gain.
It's just really them satisfying their thirst for 100% power over this state.
New York's Constitution explicitly says districts must be compact and not favor any person or political party. And just look at this district that would likely be represented by Congressman Jerry Nadler. It snakes across Brooklyn, only a few blocks wide.
Congressman Nadler's district currently looks very similar to what we ended up drawing. And so we have maintained that core, and we believe it will stand.
State Senator Michael Gianaris is part of Democratic leadership, and he says the focus of these maps were the voters of New York. He argues this round of redistricting actually undoes damage previously done by Republicans.
Many of them had been subject to horrible abuses in the name of politics at the hands of the Senate Republicans who controlled the Senate for gerrymandering purposes going back many, many decades.
I spoke with a legal expert at the Brennan Center for Justice who described this as a, quote, extreme gerrymander because Republicans get roughly 40% of the vote in this state, meaning that in theory they might be able to get 40% of the elected representatives in Washington. That being said, he's just not sure a legal challenge will come through. Federal courts have actually upheld gerrymandering when it's for political purposes lately. Normally that's benefited the GOP in other states further south and west. Live in Park Slope, Henry Rossoff, PIX 11 News.
All right, Henry, thank you.